Yeah, I just wanted to comment on what you said that just really blasted me just now. When you said, even the sun is in the light of me.
Yes.
That's just like, you know, poof. Because I've been, there's been this like this contraction or whatever, this focus on the political environment going on in the States right now. And
Let's get into it, baby. Come on. You'll
oh,
hate me at the end of the conversation, believe me.
you, I know you don't, you love talking about politics, but then you always get in trouble when you do. But
Yeah, I don't do it anymore.
but when you talk about this contraction of, so I go to this political stuff going on, it's like this, but then when you said that about the sun is in the light of it, so it's like, I've got this political figure who's like, you know, he's like he's like the sun and, blasting me. And it's insane because
In
if
a
I'm
negative
just,
way? He blasting you in
oh
a
yeah,
negative way? You must be talking about
totally.
Biden.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
just the whole situation. Yeah, I know where you are, Sal. I know all about you.
I
But
know.
it was
I'm a
helpful.
bad guy.
I know you are
Yeah,
a big. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on it because I get kind of wrapped up in
beautiful.
it, and it's just it's a current topic
That's
that,
great, Pam. That's a good topic, and we'll talk very generally about it. And I won't give
okay,
my views. And my views are very malleable; they change all the time. I don't care about the messenger. What is the message? Is my point. But anyway, just beyond all of that, I have my political opinions, and you have your political opinions, and everyone here has their political opinions. And what am I? And I feel my political opinions are just as right as you maybe feel your political opinions are. But am I going to, to to put my uh, to put my sense of well-being on who the next president is pathetic and childish. Everyone is so worried about who the next president is going to be, and it's going to ruin their life if it's the wrong person. This is extremely childish. We're here for freedom, man. It doesn't mean you can't have political opinions, but even if the guy I don't like gets to be the president, I don't like any of them, by the way, but I lean one way or the other, whatever. But it's not going to ruin my day. That's just infant. Be free. If it, politicians, come on, we all since the beginning of time, politicians have been the most egregiously disgusting, uh, you know, megalomaniac human beings on the planet since the beginning. That's a politician. That's what they are. Is it going to ruin your life if the wrong politician gets in office? Well, for some people it is. I'm not speaking. I'm speaking very uh, uh, rhetorically here, Pam. I'm not pointing to you, but because I know many people, it will ruin their life if Donald Trump gets into office. I'm sorry. This is children, man. You come here, Pam, for freedom. It doesn't mean you don't have your opinion, but here for freedom. So my suggestion to you, I don't give any spiritual practices. I don't believe in spiritual practices except one. I believe in one spiritual practice. Make a
okay.
playlist of Donald Trump's the videos that torture you the most, and then put it on and just sit there on holiday the whole time and don't react.
Wow.
And it's good. I've suggested this type of inquiry to people before, people who have a strong political. I have strong political opinions, but nothing that's going to ruin my day, man. Sorry, I'm not going to do it. So that's my really suggestion, Pam. Is if Donald Trump wins, really, is it going to ruin your life?
No, it's just this there's like right now in the country there's so much like pull towards, the election and with the Biden stuff, and there's like just so there's, and I was away I was on vacation for a week and I was away from it, and it was very lit freeing. It was nice not to hear anything, but then
Yeah.
coming back home, there's like this I'm drawn to hearing about it to a distaste. So I go back, I I go back and forth between not wanting to hear anything to hearing. It's like you can't get away from it though, really. It's
Yeah, but I
impossible.
like it too. I have my coffee in the morning and I go on YouTube. I just look at the headlines, see what's going on, you know. I think it's fun, it's entertaining, you know. It's all insanity for me, you know. But
Well,
really,
what
the main thing, Pam, is your freedom.
yeah,
That's why you're
yeah,
here. Your freedom means it doesn't matter who the president is, you
yeah.
know.
And that's
If it matters who the president is, then you're missing the message.
right. And that's the key word, that to view it as entertainment. That's helpful. I mean, that's key. And not to
Anyway,
take
it
it
doesn't matter
serious.
who's the president. Doesn't Nothing's going to change. What? Really? You know, there's no political solution. There's no social solution. There's no religious solution. Trying for thousands and thousands of years and never anything gets better. The only solution is for you to be free. That's the only solution, for you to be free, and then see that everything else is already free as well. But if we depend on a politician to fix things, it's stupid because the president doesn't have much power really. You know, if we want to look into politics, the real powers are bigger than the president. You know, so it doesn't matter who's the president. I'm going to invite Donald Trump on the next call. Hopefully everyone would like to be there for that. I look at everybody's face. It's like, ah. You know, can you have a political opinion or any opinion, you know? And, you know, does enlightenment mean you don't have an opinion and you don't have preference and you don't like one type of chocolate or a type of food or something? It's ridiculous. I'm a human. I have my preferences and I have my likes and I have my views, you know, and you know, like I said, as far as politician, I don't care about the messenger. I care about what people are saying and what if I believe they're genuine about it, you know. And so then there's some people that would be called on the right wing right now that I think I prefer what they're saying to, and I've always been, you know, you could say liberal, I guess, you know, but I think these days the people more on the right are saying things that I agree with more than a lot of people on the left. So that's what I'm interested in, the message. But then above all of that, it's all nonsense anyway, because it doesn't matter. Nothing, it's all just talk, you know. So I can be engaged and have my view, but I know I'm free of all of it. So why not play the play of Leela? It's all in the play of Leela, you know. Yeah. We're here for freedom. Freedom doesn't mean you don't live a human life. You live a very human life. It just means even in the midst of your human life, you know freedom also, and you're free to be exactly as you are. 10 years ago, I would probably maybe called, if I had called myself anything, I didn't, but I would have maybe said I was more liberal, left leaning. Now I don't have any leaning except I see what seems to be the most uh, beneficial or good coming from either side. The people who are on the left or the people who are on the right just blanket hate the other side. It's ridiculous. It's so horrible. And of course, that's all propped up by media and want you to be at each other's throats. You know, they want you to hate Donald Trump, and they paint all these horrible pictures of him like Hitler. And I don't believe any of that. It's complete nonsense. So they want you to hate the other side because, you know, divide and conquer, and that's what it does. And if you fall for the divide and conquer thing, shame on you. You know, be free of all of it, and then see what you see is valuable on either side. I like Tucker Carlson. I think he's saying a lot of beautiful things. You know, I never used to, but I hear what he's saying now. He's saying good things. You know, and I don't agree with everything he says, but just see what people are saying, and you would be surprised if you open your mind. You might agree with Tucker Carlson on 80% of what he says, actually, if you actually open your ears enough to hear what he says, or the other way as well, you know, both sides, you know. But we're not. We're like tribalists. We're like tribalists. My tribe against your tribe. It's juvenile, I feel, you know.
Mm.
If I hung my peace of mind on politicians, I have to say it again. That's horrible. That is so childish, man. Really. Don't hang your peace of mind on politicians. Forget it, man. Be at peace. No freedom. That's what we're here for. No freedom.
I just wanted to say that this thing with Trump, I'm here in the US and I'm in California.
Mhm.
Um, I actually lost all my long-term friends because I don't hate him.
That's exactly what happens. Isn't that horrible?
That's what happened to me. And I kept getting
Unbelievable.
backed into a corner
Wow.
to say it became apparent that they needed to stay bonded to me. They needed to know that I hated him. So I
Unbelievable.
kept getting back into a corner. And I actually think he's really funny and I like his confidence, but I wouldn't choose him as a friend. I don't know if he should be the president of a country, right? He's kind of nuts, but um,
But you don't hate him.
no, I don't hate him. I think he's
Well,
really
then
funny.
you have to be
Yeah,
canceled by the left. The left will, if you don't hate Trump, you're canceled by the left. This is
I had to
so
be canceled.
horrible.
Yeah.
That's
You
such a
you do
sad
you
state.
do have to choose. I did. I don't know about anyone else, but I had to choose authenticity over
Good.
all my friends except for one,
Wow.
all of my
Wow.
long-term friends. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm living in an area here too where you can't say it. You just can't say it. You can't
I know.
say that you don't hate him. It's not enough for me to say that yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be friends with him. I wouldn't want to live next to him. I would, he's not, but that's not enough, you have to say that you hate him.
He's Hitler. You have to say he's the evil Hitler, the
Yeah.
back Nazi, which is
Yeah.
ridiculously
I think
untrue.
I think it's ridiculous too. But I just wanted to say that I'm here on this path and I'm
That's great, Lindsay. I'm very sad to hear that, really. That it actually genuinely makes me sad to see. And
yeah.
why is that? These people, no one's, we don't create ourselves. As if you know me and my work, a lot of people, there's no doer here doing anything. No one chooses to be this divisive and hateful to the other side. This is all conditioned in. And the way it's conditioned in this particular specific thing is through the liberal media and the liberal government. They force it into your throats on CNN that you have to hate Trump and you have to hate the conservatives. And they fall for it. Most people just fall for it. It's not their fault, but there's no crack of light to see the broader view beyond left and right, man. You come on. It's very sad to hear that, Lindsay. I'm sorry for you. That's sad, but I know it's true for many people.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but the good thing is it did really make me choose
Yeah,
authenticity over anything else.
yeah, yeah,
And that
yeah.
I think that's made me stronger. I love my friends and I love people, but if I have to choose between just what's arising naturally here as authenticity or any other person, I think I can't speak for anyone else, but I think it's a good choice to choose authenticity, even
I
over
totally agree with
politics.
you. I'm with you
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Absolutely. You're in the right place for that because I feel exactly the same way, of course.
yeah. I just
I
wanted
don't
to say
care.
that. I just
Yeah,
wanted people to know, there are people on this path who don't hate Trump or on
yeah,
this non-dual path. It's possible.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
love men who are abusive to women or anything like that. It's not like that, but
yeah, of course.
we're here. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand, Lindsay. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing that. That's very
Yeah. Thank you.
heartbreaking. And that's really a problem. That's the problem. There's so much division in the world. It's because and what is the root of the division? Because now we have to always come back to the work that we do here. What's the root of the division? The root is ego, of course. And I don't demonize ego. I just say what is it? Ego is I am separate, and on that I am separate accrues opinions and beliefs. And if I believe I am only that, then I have to believe that my opinions and beliefs are empirically true and right, and yours are wrong. And that's ego. That's where ego becomes malignant, a malignancy. And when you start dividing between friends and family members are hating each other too because one person might like Trump. I'm not a fan of Trump either, but I because I sort of like him because he's so demonized in a way. It's like I'm rooting for the guy who's being demonized so much. But I see the functioning of ego that's so divisive. All of the hatred and anger and division in the world is because of ego, because I think I'm separate. If I know I'm not separate, then there's no longer a division. And then I can have a much broader view and I can see some things that Donald Trump says that I agree with. And I can see maybe some things Biden says, if I can understand them, that I would agree with maybe. And or Tucker Carlson and Joe Rogan and everyone maybe has some good things to say, but we just cut the person off because he's the other side and he's 100% evil. And this is very sad to see this, you know. This is the problem with our world, you know. This is ego division right here. And that's too bad. That's really too bad. We can't even hear anything from the other side any longer, you know. So that's, I applaud you, Lindsay. That's good. I'm sorry that you lost your friends, but that's good. You're staying true to truth, you know. That's good. So it just it occurs to me, because this topic of politics came up. We're here for freedom. You know, if I don't tell anyone what to do, who am I to give advice? I don't give advice, but can we see beyond fucking blue and red, left and right? Please look at what people are saying and see. You would be shocked at how many things Tucker Carlson says that you agree with. I guarantee it's more than you disagree with. 100% guarantee it. But you can't even look at him because he was on Fox News and he's the enemy. Let's grow up, man. Come on. Let's look at the person. Each person is beautiful. You know, some people are very ugly, you know, but at the root, everyone is beautiful, you know. And, you know, let's hear the message that's being shared by people. And that's, I don't know. It just makes me sad the way we, like children, have fallen for the propaganda of hatred and division and left versus right, and you're the enemy, and you're a fascist, and you're a Nazi, and you're a white supremacist. This is so fucking ugly. And it's not true either, you know. Very nice to see everyone. What a cool meeting today. I'm glad I survived the political conversation. I haven't survived them in the past. Pam, you almost got me in trouble today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Go watch Donald Trump for an hour and don't react. Just be completely equanimous, be on holiday, and you will all be enlightened. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sal.
Thank you, Sal.
Thank you, Sal.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.